Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Truth Hurts. Today I'm going to be discussing red flag number 161, exacting revenge on a narcissist. I don't think the survivor lives that didn't want revenge on a narcissist. These monsters are so demonic that they corrupt your soul. And their narcissistic discard leaves you with a thirst for vengeance. My monster called me, the fiance, at 5 o'clock in the morning from another man's bed to tell me that she's sleeping with him and have that man text me she's in good hands. After she begged me to relocate 1,500 miles twice to be with her. That deed took me out of my character. But thank God for my mother's upbringing, who taught me the most valuable lesson of all. I wish I can hug her and thank her for this lesson. That prevented me from going to prison. Not jail. Jail is short term. Prison. For the way I would have murdered her. That's how heinous the crime would have been. They would have treated me like James Holmes. Remember him? The 2012 movie theater mass murderer was given 12 life sentences with an additional 3,318 years without parole. He will roughly have to serve 4 millenniums before he can get out of jail. In prison, that's a license to kill because they can't give you any more time. And if I'm going to jail for killing someone, I'm going to do something that's going to make the inmates fear me at my arrival. I know my worth, and I am too fine to be somebody's bitch. My mother taught me the meaning of the word no from a young age. She taught me that you can't have everything you want in this life. Those that do, those are the ones that get into trouble. If she didn't taught me that lesson, my monster would be dead. 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 Please see my first narcissistic video. You must have discipline and self-control with a narcissist. Sometimes it takes a woman to bring out the sweet, loving nature of a hardened man. Men were taught by the men's club, which is a group of egotistical men, assholes, never to show sensitivity because it's taken as a sign of weakness. And you will be used and abused. Prime example. Lilith says, and I quote, "It takes a man with a heart to cry opposed to bashing her head in." Lilith is such a hypocrite. Hypocrite. A person who pretends to have virtual morals and principles that he or she doesn't actually possess. Especially a person whose actions belie stated beliefs. Please watch red flag number 158, Narcissists are fake as hell. Later on, Lilith is quoted in a discussion. Man number 8, she cheated on him. Why did you hurt him? Lilith, because he's a bitch ass nigga, now what? Deja Vu, Cheryl, Caesar, Helen, Judy, Lilith. Women are always preying on my good, loving nature to sell me the dream that they are in love with me, cared about me, and will never abandon me, only to abandon me when I was open. And people will wonder why I have abandonment issues. And it's not just what they did, it's how they did it. And they did it in the most horrible ways. I'm only human. There's only so much time you can break someone's heart before they snap. Lilith was warned by my best friend, and he's quoted. I utilize quotes in my videos because quotes is proof, evidence. Lilith was told that Andrew's a nice guy that he's known for 14 years. But don't piss him off. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I'm kind to everyone. But when someone is unkind to me, weak is not what you're going to remember about me. I turn into Loki, god of mischief and evil of Norse mythology. He's handsome and fair of face, but has an evil disposition. He excelled all men in the art of cunning, and he always cheats. Loki possesses a brilliant intellect, and an integrity makes him an incredibly formidable opponent to anyone. This is where I thought I was a narcissist. Because like Loki, I'm an expert manipulator and schemer. But narcissists don't have empathy. And I have a caring nature. Which is why I didn't carry out the vengeance I had in mind. I told you, the best revenge is to expose a narcissist. I plotted my revenge from behind my eyes while writing my book on narcissism for 8 months. I admit I was obsessed, but obsession can be a good thing if you're doing the right thing. I wasn't harassing her. I wasn't thinking about physically hurting her. I started doing something constructive with my life and with my time and emotions. Compliments are born from ideas. Ideas are born from situations. And I'm going to make the best of this situation. Thus, my YouTube videos were born. At first, I just wanted to tell my story and let the truth be known. Next thing I know, I was getting heartfelt appreciating comments. Before I knew it, I was getting hundreds of thank yous from thousands of people in my situation. One man in my Facebook group, The Truth Hurts, said, and I quote, I really think Lilith deliberately did these things just to best the Love Doctor. Another man in my group said, he made you part of his platform to build with you. He was trying to help people and you completely embarrassed this brother. And you tried to destroy the shit he worked hard to build. He tried to empower your black ass and you tried to make him lose power. Great job, real ladylike. But instead of Lilith destroying me, her wicked nature elevated my status of being a love doctor that specializes in creeping, lying, and cheating. Globally. I have people from Paris, the Philippines, Germany, London, India, Canada, and other countries contacting me and encouraging me to continue my videos. When I once chose to stop. My book trilogy was better than the sequel to the first book. As a matter of fact, the third book is selling both my first and second books. That's how good the story is. After readers finish my third book on Once Again, Here We Go Again, this time with the Narcissist, They enjoyed it so much they wanted more to read and end up purchasing the entire collection, all 5 books. I'm actually becoming a favorite author. The experts say the best revenge on a narcissist is to become a success and live a happy life. And I'm successful in what I'm doing, and I'm happy doing it. And that's helping people get better. Many have spoken to me and told me they felt better after talking to me. All I have to do now is devise a way to make serious money from my work. I'm making money off my YouTube videos. I'm making money from my books. I've been offered money just to speak with me. That's an undreamt honor. That people respect me enough to want to pay me just to speak with me. Wow. But I'm not mentally ready to charge subscribers. I have no intentions of taking advantage of you. Right now I'm content to help you with a quid pro quo fee. I help you, you help me. My consigliere wants me to create narcissistic conferences and deliver speeches with other life coaches since I'm becoming familiar with them. But I'm not mentally ready for this task either. I'm still healing, and I have a lot more to learn about this behavior. I'm going to honor my subscribers' request to sell cliches. Red flag, run! I have a fashion designer working on t-shirts, hats, buttons, pens, and coffee mugs. 2 prototypes will be at the end of this video, shirt and button. I have a new website that's about to be released. That's going to be for my professional work on narcissism. These are successful accomplishments for revenge. However, I'm going to keep it real with you and be honest. These were not my intentions. My intentions were, and some of you know, was to have that bitch fired by having her nursing license revoked. Since her entitlement, which is the main trait of narcissism, comes from being a nurse. Topple her from her high horse. With those I have spoken to, who are in the nursing profession themselves, from registered nurses and healthcare facility managers, you explained to me what HIPAA laws were broken by Lilith and myself. From the changing of time on the blood requisition forms, delivering blood hours past expiration for testing, to have crackheads, as Lilith would call me, but not herself, delivering patients' blood to laboratories, thus breaching the patient confidentiality clause. And others I'm not going to mention. All which can be proven with my nightly appearance on security cameras delivering patient specimens at the laboratory testing facilities, and the time the patient was seen in the mornings from the time of withdrawal, and the inadequate storage of the blood in the trunk of her car, which the blood became tainted by Houston's 105-degree weather. That was probably 10 degrees hotter in the trunk. We're talking 115 degrees for hours, over 12. By submitting this, surely Lilith will be sitting in front of a review board with other things such as a crackhead driving a company's car daily without a driver's license. It's all in the book. However, I promised my mother I would leave it alone. When my mother passed, my father begged me not to do it, as to not to cause any further grief to my elderly father. After the loss of his soulmate, I gave him my word not to do it. Why something like this should not be carried out? Because monsters like Lilith are scumbags. And this is a scumbag move. To carry this out will bring you to a scumbag level. And you are not a scumbag. Red flag! Any person that takes you out of your character is not worth being with. They will cause you to do something that will ruin your life. Always remember, you are more important than them. Even when it comes to revenge. Run! Another time I sought vengeance. After this time, Lilith is spending all week at the man's house whom she's fucking, thus leaving me, the fiance, all alone in her house in Houston, especially for the Easter holiday. It's one thing I can tell you about a narcissist. They know how to bring out the best in you. I felt like breaking every freaking thing in that house. Sorry, my microphone came off. Furniture, bedroom set. Since I did the laundry, washing and bleaching her colored clothes, red inking her white clothes, I'm so pissed off, I'm willing to go to jail. Red flag! In times like this, you must consult with someone whose judgment you trust. Else you will find yourself in trouble. You can't trust your thoughts when you are emotional. Run! Of course, you know, my first call will be to my consigliere, the answer man. Mike says don't do it, Drew. You're only going to go to jail. I know she did you wrong. Let karma get her back. You just get the hell out of there as soon as possible. He's not telling me anything I want to hear. So I'll call Alicia. Alicia doesn't like Lilith. And she will surely approve of what I want to do. Don't do it, Alicia says. You're only going to go to jail. And you don't want to go to jail in Texas. I lost so much, Alicia. Why shouldn't she lose just as much as I did? Andrew, she has lost as much as you did. And so much more. She lost a good man. She never going to meet another good man that loved her unconditionally like you have. She's going to meet someone that's going to use and abuse her. And that guy she's sleeping with may be the one to do it. Fuck Alicia too. She's not telling me anything I want to hear. I know. I can get approval from someone that never liked Lilith. I called Ramses, a member of my Facebook group, The Truth Hurts. He's a man that would surely approve what I want to do. Once again, don't do it, Drew. That's not your style. You're the love doctor who specializes in breakups. You coach people how to move on without getting themselves into trouble. It takes a certain amount of discipline and self-control to do this. All eyes are on you with this breakup and how you're going to handle this separation, which is a very complicated one. If you mess up now, you are going to lose all credibility of a man giving sound advice. You already defeated Lilith and got the best of her in this battle. Don't hand over the war to her. You yourself said, if you don't know what to do, don't do anything. Red flag! If you don't know what to do, don't do nothing. Run! Red flag! Sometimes the hardest thing to do in life is to do the right thing. Run! Fuck you too, Ramses. He's not telling me anything I want to hear either. I'll ask Colleen, who's been a friend for over 15 years. I don't know why I'm calling her though, because I already know what her answer is going to be. Perhaps I'm calling her because that's what I believe I needed to hear. See, a true friend is not going to tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Don't do it, Drew. I know you are hurting and you want to get back at the bitch. But sometimes to get back at a person, you have to do nothing. Red flag! Pay attention. Sometimes to get back at a person, you have to do nothing except run. With everyone telling me not to do it, the knowledge of my first manual kicks in. 1. The best way to get at her is to not let her see you and let her know that you are fine without her. The poison that does the most damage is a love moved on. 2. After you flip the script on the sister, you will be angry. This is called suffering. You must take care of your anger. You have to let this shit out or it will kill you inside. 3. Ask yourself, what does my self-worth mean to me? 4. Be strong. Don't belittle yourself to their level. Be strong and don't lose your cool. 5. You were the good guy, so now be the better man and continue to do you. 6. Don't try to understand the concept of what happened. Just accept the reality of the fact that she was playing games and move on. 7. Forgive her. Not for her, but for you. I'm still learning and practicing this one. 8. The best revenge is to move on with your life and show her that she's not even a thought. That alone will eat her up because she'll start to wonder why. 9. Revenge is not always the best remedy. It may seem like it is, but it's not. With this being said, I decided to leave the house intact. One more time, for those of you seeking revenge, sometimes to get back at a person, you have to do nothing.